Hey everyone, Jeff Mackerlin here, and today I want to show you one of my favorite ways to break out of the usual scale patterns and create melodic, forward-moving solos using triads. We're going to take a D Dorian scale and use it over a D minor 7 groove. And I'm going to show you how inserting triads into your lines can open up a whole new world of sounds and phrasing. This is just a taste of what I go into in my new course called Triads In Motion. And if you dig this, you're definitely going to want to check out that course. Check it out for the special price using the link above or below. First of all, what is a D Dorian scale? Well, it's the same as the C major scale. It's going to be the scale of no sharps or flats. So my notes are going to be D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Now this is a great sound over a D minor 7 vamp. It's a little jazzy, a little fusion-y, kind of happy minor. You can hear bands use this all the time. It's great for modern blues, jazz, fusion, jam band stuff. You hear the Grateful Dead use it all the time. Miles Davis, the Allman Brothers, everybody, when you're jamming on a minor 7 chord for a while, it's almost always going to be Dorian. Now, if you're anything like me, when you first learned a Dorian scale, you would tend to run the scale up and down, and it kind of sounds kind of lame after a while, right? You're just playing this scale and not much is happening. So here's the cool trick. You can use a triad from inside the scale to break up the linear sound of the scale and add some more harmonic structure. So the first thing we're going to do is just check out a simple D minor arpeggio. It's going to do it right there off of the root, so it's D, F, A, D, and it's contained right in the scale. D Dorian is a D minor scale. Of course, you have a D minor triad in it. So let's hear how this D minor triad sounds over this groove. It's going to sound great. Now check this out, we're going to take that D Dorian scale, and as soon as I hit this D right here, I'm going to go into the arpeggio. So I'm going from scale into the arpeggio. Let's hear this. So you hear how cool that D minor triad sounds. It gives some nice new shape to the line. You're not playing up and down a scale. You're going through the scale, outlining the chords. So you're outlining the chords you're on by playing its arpeggio. And also you're breaking out of the linear scale thing of, and I think it sounds really awesome. So you can do all sorts of stuff. Like you can slide into the notes, give it some more character. I was being pretty literal with it, but But the main idea is to just practice going up the scale and get used to going to that arpeggio. Now I can go up to the E to the F, right? Let's hear that one. That sounds really nice too, doesn't it? So now this is a concept that you can use anywhere, right? So if I'm going to do a D minor triad down here with a D Dorian scale, same move exactly, but just in a different position. And so for me, I'm getting a bit of the line and an arpeggio. So it's breaking up, once again, the line and breaking up just playing a straight arpeggio. It's a really awesome sound. Now let's try an A minor triad, which is spelled A, C, and E. And that's the 5 chord from the key of D Dorian. And that lives right inside the scale, and it sounds awesome. So using the A minor triad gives us a different sound, but the coolest thing for me is this A, C, and E. So we're not thinking about a root. We're not playing a root. So by not playing the root, we don't end up playing, well, as cliche things as we would normally do, but we start to hear sounds on top of the chord, these upper structure triads that we call them. So A, C, and E. The A would be the 5 of the D minor chord, D, F, A. The C is the flat 7, so that's a cool sound we haven't gotten yet. And we have an E, A, C, and E. So this E gives us the sound of a ninth. So it's a really, really pretty sound. So let's hear how the A minor triad can sound over the D Dorian groove. So now we're going to take the same concept that we did before. I'm going to play a D Dorian scale, go into an A minor triad, but now I'm going to go back into a D Dorian scale to finish it off. The A minor triad fingering I'm going to use is right here, A, C, and E. So let's check it out. So we can hear how cool those notes sound, right? Once again, it breaks up the scale. You get this really awesome sound. So we can really play that up. Right, so go in and out of the A minor triad and go into the D Dorian scale. Now, of course, if you want to take it even further, you can mix the D minor triad and the A minor triad to get something, say, like A minor to the D minor. And finish off with the scale. So let's hear that. I'm going to play A minor triad to the D minor triad, and then finish off with the scale. Let's check it out. So as we can see, I started to mix those two ideas, A minor, D minor. And I can do it in reverse. A minor to the D minor, or D minor down A minor. So we can see them as shapes for right now, A, C, E, D, F, A, and then practice going up one and down the other. Just start to try to mix them up in as many creative ways as you can. So for example, really slowly, the scale, A minor, D minor, down D minor, A minor, scale. So suddenly you're not just playing triad arpeggios, and you're not just playing scale stuff, and you're definitely not playing licks, right? You're working on playing some music. You're creating lines that have harmony that exists inside the line. And that's really cool. So I'm hearing A minor to D minor, and the more you do this, the more you hear that A minor chord as a harmony on top of the D minor chord, giving you what we call tensions. That 9 I talked about, a really cool sound right there. We get over the top of the D minor chord. There's an A minor with a D in the bass, right? So here's D minor. Now A minor with D in the bass. Very Pink Floyd sounding. Careful with that Axe Eugene stuff. So you're getting that sound on top of that one D minor 7 chord. Now, I only used one inversion of each of those triads, so obviously there are a lot more things that we can do. So that's a quick look at how you can just drop 2 triads from your Dorian scale into your playing to add some new structure, movement, fresh melodic ideas, and start to incorporate triad arpeggios and not think about these big arpeggios you have to play all across the fingerboard. So in my new course, Triads in Motion, I go way deeper. We explore multiple modes. We're going to talk about Dorian, Mixolydian, altered, and diminished, some really, really cool sounds, and ways you can apply the triads that exist in each of those scales to build creative ways to expand your soloing, how you hear harmony, how you play guitar, how you get out of that kind of scale lick rut that's so easy to get caught up into. So I think if you're ready to open up your soloing and think a bit more like a composer than a scale runner, I think you're really going to love this course. So you can get it using the link above or below for a special discounted price. All right, I'm Jeff McErlane. Until the next time, I hope you dug this, and I will see you then.